When you've made a mistake, apologising to your client is hard. So just how should you do it? Come down to the studio and I'll share the secrets with you. If you've made a mistake which affects a client, whether it's financially or not, then apologising is the right and sensible thing to do. The first thing to do is make sure you know what went wrong, why it went wrong, how much it cost you, and how much it may affect the client. Then you need to try and think of a reasonable and true explanation of how it could have happened without you appearing completely incompetent. Then you need to work out a plan of action to try and minimise the damage and prevent it happening again. If you've cost the client money, then it really is a tricky situation. Reducing your future fees is something you want to try and avoid, but you may well have to reduce the bill for the work you've just got wrong. So, once you've had a chance to think it through, then pick up the phone and make that apology. You want to do this as soon as possible. Leaving it just makes matters worse. Having the conversation over the phone emphasises the sense of urgency you have in sorting out the problem. You want to try and be calm, contrite and apologetic, but don't grovel. After you've apologised, you should try and present your explanation of why the mistake happened. If it's partially the client's fault, then mentioning it just doesn't help. Then you should offer the plan of action to correct the error and say what precautions you set in place to stop it happening again. So, for instance, you may have to get the work double-checked in future. If that's the case, then you must emphasise to the client there will be no cost implications of this extra work. Otherwise, it looks as though they're going to have to pay more to stop this mistake happening again. If the client gets angry, then you should listen to his points as far as possible. Don't try and argue or justify your position. You should say that you understand his anger and apologise again before offering your proposed solution once more. If the client makes reasonable demands to correct the situation, then you should agree immediately. If the demands are unreasonable, then you should say that you do not have the authority to make that concession, but you will get back to him when you have had a chance to discuss it with your boss. You should then phone the client back, by which point the situation should be calmer, and have another discussion. Try and regard the whole experience as a learning one for you, not as a personal tragedy, unless of course you get sacked over it. This has been Apologising to a Client for Your Mistake, part of the How to in Business series from Birchills Telecom. If you found it useful, then please subscribe to the Birchills Telecom channel, and remember, we always welcome your comments. Thanks for watching.